like at the end last night? When you look at a competitor like that, what do you see?
I mean, it shows he's tough. He's been battling with like his heel or something for like a lot this season. This whole team's really been battling with minor injuries. With Trelly right now, who I mean, he's itching to play too. So I mean, just that really shows his toughness. That he's really trying to give it all. He'll like give up his body to try to win a game.
Do you have any questions?
You know, looking back at that Clemson game, PJ Hall, obviously a talented big himself. What do you remember about going up against him, and how do you think you individually have kind of grown as a post player on both ends, getting adjusted to SEC play, all that'll help you now going against him here tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably one of the best bigs in the nation. So, I mean, we got to do our best scouting report wise, and me and Nick and the rest of the bigs just really locking in and, you know, trying to stop him early, cut his water off. But I mean, it's going to be tough. It was a tough matchup the first time. I feel we didn't do a great job guarding him. I feel like we didn't follow the scouting report as we should have. But I mean, I think we've grown a lot, and especially with the rest of our non-conference schedule, and like you said, SEC play, playing against some of the best bigs in the nation. I think that gives us a good feel of what we got to do to kind of shut him down early.
And for your own growth individually, I mean, you know, how have you seen yourself? I mean, you're making moves like a guard last night at times against North Carolina, and I know it's something that you've kind of been able to do your whole career, but how have you gotten more comfortable to do that against higher level competition?
I think my teammates give me a lot of confidence. I mean, my coaches tell me every day, like, you can do this. And then, I mean, I obviously work on my game a lot, and it's just, I mean, it comes easy when there's people around you that want you to succeed. And I think, like, I owe a lot of credit to my teammates and my coaches.
Question for you in the middle.
What's the coolest text message or social media message or reaction you saw from your performance last night? Your phone blowing up?
Yeah, it was. I think. I mean, just really like my close family. I was just getting a lot of love. My aunts at the game, my uncles at the game, my parents after the game. Yeah, probably my dad called me right after. That was pretty cool. And then just a bunch of my hometown friends, and then friends from college last year.
Has your family gotten to come to a lot of games this year?
Yeah, my parents have come to like, I want to say like 8 games. My dad was here with 3 of my siblings, and then my mom and dad were both in Spokane watching those 2 games. So it was,
Question over here.
Speaking of those siblings, I actually ran into your brother, the javelin thrower, last night. So I got one fun question. He holds some record, right? It's like the 4th farthest javelin throw.
yeah.
Do you think he's better at throwing a javelin, or do you think you're better at scoring a basket?
That's tough. I mean, I think just because there's not many javelin throwers like in the world, he probably takes that. Yeah.
And then just going back, I mean, just having, he was excited. I mean, he spoke great about getting to see your big game last night. Just having that family, being able to come here. I mean, obviously from North Dakota, not exactly an easy drive down to Alabama to see some of your games. No SEC teams up there either. So just to have that family presence here and to have them calling you after the game, just kind of talk to me about what that felt like.
I mean, it feels great. Just knowing that they're in the stands cheering for me, and it's not like I'll just get a phone call after the game, whatever, but knowing I could see them after the game definitely gives me an extra like level of just wanting to go out there and like prove something more. So I mean, it's great having family that comes to my games and is really supportive.
A couple questions for the Athletic.
Grant, for you guys just to be at the point where now you're potentially on the verge of making history for Alabama basketball, just like, has that fully sunken in yet, or how are you sort of processing that?
I mean, that game last night I feel like hasn't fully sunken in yet for a lot of us, but I mean, we knew coming into this season we were going to be good, and we had like a very high potential. So I mean, we kind of expected this. Anything less, we really would have been disappointed, I think. So I mean, we're still not done yet. I think we still have a lot to go, and we got a lot to learn and grow from the last game. And I think we could get a lot done in this tournament.
2 questions for Fox Carolina.
Obviously here for our friends in North Dakota, everybody in Fargo really excited about you and your progression in this moment for you, that foundation that you got from Devil's Lake when you were balling out at Class A state tournaments, all the way to your time at North Dakota State as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting a lot of love this whole time from my home state and Devil's Lake in general. So, I mean, it's been great. A lot of love from those guys, especially after the game last night. Pretty much everyone I knew from Devil's Lake was either texting me or DMing me on Instagram or something like that. So, I mean, it's great to have all that love. It gives me motivation to go out and give it my all every night.
Is that
One more.
well? I mean, to be able to represent, you know, you grew up in a time when we saw Carson make it on the national stage and able to represent. You are now in that spotlight. Have you thought at all that that's now you and it's your turn? And what do you take from those guys? I mean, the Erstads and all of those guys that have come before you that have made it out of North Dakota.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an honor. I mean, I love representing the state of North Dakota. I feel like there's a lot of great people, especially my hometown. I mean, I get nothing but love, it feels like. So, I mean, it's just looking up at guys like Carson Wentz, who stayed in North Dakota his whole college career and then went on to play professional. I think that's huge. And, I mean, it gives me motivation to, you know, go out and work my hardest to try to show more love to my state.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
You talked a little bit ago in the podium room about you felt like you let your teammates down in the first two games of the NCAA tournament. Now, why did you feel like that? And then how do you feel like last night was a little bit of redemption for that?
I mean, I feel like it was more just like I could have given a better performance, better effort towards winning those games. I mean, my teammates, they got me though. They know like everyone's not going to play a perfect game. So guys like Mo Diabate, Moagi, who come in and step up and kind of take over that role, I think that's huge. And that's something that has gotten us to this point and something that's going to continue to help us win games.
Two more.
Has it been cool that kind of in the state tournament it's been a different guy for y'all every game so far, every round, who's kind of stepped up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we got guys from everywhere who have been the best players on their teams their whole life, and then coming into here, like I feel like guys have taken such a good job at really accepting a role and knowing that if they like stay true to that role, their time will come, and like they'll have the favor of their matchup, or they'll be able to get more rebounds or do whatever helps us win. So, I mean, it's good playing for a team that's not selfish and guys that just ultimately really just want to win.
And then my last thing is just, how do you feel like the non-conference schedule y'all had, you already played Clemson once, kind of prepared y'all for what y'all faced so far in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like we played some of the best bigs in the nation, so I think that prepared us for guys like PJ Hall and their other bigs, and then their guards are obviously really, really tough shot makers. They get to their spots, they hit open shots, they're clutch players, experienced. So I think that playing them the first time gave us a good understanding of how they play and the shots they can make and what they can do. But I mean, ultimately, I think that if we just lock in and really give the effort we did last night, I think we got a good chance at winning this game.
That's great. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.